everyone, it is your girl Ray, and I wanted to come before you guys today and do a quick tutorial of how to use Canva. Um, let's just get right to it. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and go to canva.com. When you get here, you will see the home screen where it says create a design. Up here at the top, these look like these are templates or maybe pre-made, but they're not. Really, what they are is you choosing the appropriate size for whatever you're trying to create. So, for example, the poster is 18 by 24 inches. Your book is the 8.5 by 11. Social media, so on and so forth. If you're creating a Facebook cover, if you're wanting to create a flyer, again, 8.5 by 11. So it's just basically more of the size and the medium that you're going to use this for. So we'll go ahead and go back and we'll just choose the 8.5 by 11, the one that says yearbook. So when you click on that, it is going to bring up a blank page, a blank slate. You will see on the left hand side that you have some templates that you could start with should you choose, but I just go with the blank slate because none of these really fit what I'm trying to do. Also, you will see that the screen is tiny. It's on a fit size, which is 37%. You'll see that down here in the bottom right hand corner. If you want to be able to see the entire page as you're creating it, then this may be, the best fit for you. If you're someone like me who wears contacts or glasses, you may want to increase the size. So I normally just go to a 50. Obviously, you can go, all the way to 300%. But just keep in mind you will have to scroll up and down. So again, like I said, I just stick with 50. Also, on the left-hand side, you will see, again, we're on the templates tab. There is a photos tab, which houses all of these, you know, pre-stock images. There are the elements tab. This is the one that we will use the most. Text box tab, background tab, uploads, and then folders and so on and so forth. So one of the things you need to know, obviously in the stock photos, there are not going to be any of your photos, your Bitmojis, things like that. In order to use the Bitmoji, you will have to take your Bitmoji from the Bitmoji app that or extension that you have installed, and you will have to save it, okay, as an image so that you can upload it to Canva. So I'll go ahead and close that out. I'll go ahead and go to my uploads. So I've already uploaded my images, but again, if you have any kind of image on your computer that you want to use, you would just select upload an image and then click on it from wherever it is. Again, I already have my Bitmoji, so I'm going to click on that. You can close out this tab by clicking on this little arrow. All right, so now once you have your image, you can resize it and position it wherever you would like. So I'm going to resize it and put it here. I'll make it a little smaller. Another thing to notice is along the top you have some more tools, so like filter. Um, if you want filters, you can adjust, crop, flip. You want to copy it. So I've pressed copy and oh yay, I have another one. Okay. That comes in handy, especially when you're making your lines and some of the other elements, but we'll talk about that later. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that and erase it. Okay, so I have my little Bitmoji. So now let's talk about some of the elements. Now, when you get here, your most recently used elements will show up on top, which is really super helpful. And then, of course, it goes into all the subtopics of the elements that you may use. Now, there are elements that you will see with this crown. That's the pro version. You will also see elements with the premium, which means that you can purchase those elements. I am using the basic free version of Canva, so all of the elements that I have chosen to use are going to be free. It's up to you what you want to do. Okay. So, um, again, let's say you want to use the different gradients, which is something that I use. You can click all, and there will be options for you. There are a lot of free options. So you don't have to feel like you have to pay for it. But again, should you want to pay for it, be my guest. Be my guest. Do whatever makes you happy. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And no, I don't want to use that one. Let's see. Let me pick something really quick. Okay, I'll use that one. All right. So again, you can pick the gradient, and just like your Bitmoji, you can resize it. But actually, I think I'll resize the Bitmoji and make it a little bit smaller. That way, I can keep this gradient that size. All right. So now that I have that gradient, if I want to text in the gradient, or if I want words in the gradient, I need to add a text box. So I'll go back and add a text. You can click on whichever type of text box you want, but whenever I'm writing in a gradient, I usually just click one of the three: add a heading, add a subheading, add a little body of text. So we'll click on that, and I am going to move it to where I want it, and then you type whatever you want to type. So I'm just gonna no, don't hit delete. That's not what you want to do. All right, so let me go back, put my cursor, delete this text, and I'm going to put welcome. Just gonna put welcome. All right, so now I have that gradient. I've added a text box. Again, let's say I wanted to type up a little blurb about my class. So I put add a little body of text. Again, you can resize. And with this one, as you're typing, the more you type, the bigger it'll get as well. So I'm going to say, oops, I can type R-E-L-A class. We want to find out all about our class and what we will this year. All right, so as you'll notice when you're typing at the top, you have more tools so you can change the font, the size, the color, the spacing, all that good stuff. If you wanted to add a list into it, you could. So I always just highlight it all, and then you can play with the different fonts. I think this is the one I used actually in my other example. And you can play with the size. Reposition it should you want to. All right, so again, text boxes to add text makes perfect good sense. Now we'll go back to elements, and let's say you want to space out or section off something by using the lines. So I use these dotted lines. Of course, you can click on all, and it will bring up all kinds of different lines. Keeping in mind that I'm just using the free version, so I'll just click on this one. Now, when you click on the lines, you can probably faintly see it. We want to change the color. So if you just click on it once at the top on the left, you'll see color. So I'm going to change it to black, and voila, there it goes. Now you can rotate this, do it whatever kind of way you want to. It's all up to you. The magic of this is just, it's really a lot of just playing with the tools and getting things the way you want it to be. So I can add that line.